You think cutting heads off is okay?
It doesn't matter what I think. I think it is okay. Because
Why?
Because it is. That's it.
Okay, so we got that's Melbourne City there. We're going to South Melbourne to the supermarket there, and we're going to go talk to the public about what we just saw at the gas chambers over there at Diamond Valley Pork. So let's do it. Yeah, so we've just been to a slaughterhouse to see the pigs being, go to their death for an unjustifiable reason when we have options like this. Just a burrito, some beans and rice, a bit of vegan chicken. Not every place has vegan chicken, but you're still going to get your guacamole, beans and rice and some vegetables around a wrap. What's the big deal? Why would you fund the horrific cruelty and abuse of animals when you can just have this? So we're right here at the front of Coles in South Melbourne, and we've got some independent animal rights activists here showing people as they're walking into the supermarket, what happens to animals so they can eat their body parts and byproducts and milk and eggs and stuff. Supermarkets where it all goes down. It's just where consumers either choose to be cruel or can choose to liberate animals from, their exploitation. I remember the Vegan Easy booklets. That's what we first used to hand out back in the days. When I first started.
We don't need to treat animals this way.
What's with the animal abuse justification, mate? We're the dominant species. I'll throw you in the ocean with a shark. I've actually said that in a debate about being the apex predator. And I've said, we'll throw you in the ocean with a shark and see how much of an apex predator you are. So he basically used my line of, he basically answered his own justification with a vegan response in one sentence, didn't he? How ridiculous. His son looked at the screen there. I said, that's what happens to animals so we can eat their body parts. And he kind of looked over at his son like, yep. Like, are you going to tell him, mate, or do we have to? Security's here.
You guys have permission from a central management to put the stuff here?
Yeah, we're allowed to do it. Yeah, it's public land here.
No, it's in front of the private property, mate.
It's in front, but this is public land here.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long are you guys going to be here?
Till the world goes vegan. We wouldn't be here if people weren't buying animal products, gas chambering pigs. That's why we're here. We're just at the gas chambers in Diamond Valley Pork at Laverton in Victoria here. We don't want people to buy this.
That's all right.
Yeah. So when people stop buying these products and stop putting animals in these places, we won't be here. We'll do something else for a job.
But do you reckon people are going to stop buying in a couple of hours or a few hours?
Well, maybe you might.
I don't.
You don't eat animals?
I'm a vegan, man.
You're a vegan?
I'm vegetarian, not a vegan.
Yeah.
Why me call me boss?
Well, vegetarian's not vegan, but... They're trying to escape, aren't they? They're trying to escape. Be vegan, it's much better.
You can have your own opinion and I can have my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me.
What's your opinion?
You don't have to agree with
What's your opinion about this?
me. It doesn't matter what's opinion or not.
It's
You
violent?
have your own- It's violent or not violent.
Is it cruel?
I think it is, and maybe I think it's not. But it doesn't
This is good?
It doesn't matter. I'm Jewish, so I'm not eating that bad.
What do you eat, kosher?
Yes,
So they cut their head off fully conscious.
correct. But
Evil.
you don't suffer.
It's evil.
You think it's evil.
Yeah.
I don't.
From the animal's perspective,
But
it's
I
evil.
don't. So it's okay though.
It's okay
I
to
can
cut someone's
have
head
my
off?
own opinion, and you can have your own. It doesn't mean you agree to disagree. You can't.
You
just
think
do
cutting
what
heads
you
off is
want.
okay?
It doesn't matter what I think. I think it is okay because
Why?
Because it is. That's it.
Yeah. Why don't you just eat plants?
I want to eat the meat. It doesn't matter what you think.
You want to eat dead animals? Why don't you just eat vegan burgers? It's much better for the
Well,
animals.
I don't want to.
Why not?
Because I don't want you.
So you're choosing to be cruel.
Well, I'm choosing to be cruel.
You're choosing to be cruel to animals for no reason.
Yes,
If you can live with that, you can live with
I
that.
do.
It's
I'm
horrible.
living with this. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
the lady was like disgruntled about this, disgruntled with one comment. Like, why isn't she more disgruntled about the screen than be disgruntled with us? You know, why isn't she upset about that, what they're doing to the animals for a dinner plate, rather than being disgruntled with us, upset with us for pointing it out? This is where people get the blame game completely wrong. Instead of blaming themselves, it's easier to just point at the activists and go, you know, you have your opinion, I have mine. Well, why don't you just get pissed off with that with us? You know? It's completely, what they're trying to do is shift the blame. It's blame shifting. She's showing her daughter, look. She's a good parent for not hiding that from her kid. She's an honest parent. This is just the Australian meat industry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Meat, dairy cows go here, they get shot in the head,
That's
cut up.
why, because I'm fully a vegetarian myself.
Vegetarian.
And
Yeah.
we love animal. When you love someone, you cannot kill.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm against with that who is killing the harm that animals.
Yeah.
I'm really upset myself and hurting myself.
Yeah.
Myself.
So all the paneer, yogurt, dairy, cheese, producing the cows that produce the milk for this, they all go to the slaughterhouse to be
so
killed.
that's really sad and really I'm really it's really hurt myself. You know? Thank you guys. I really love you guys.
Thank you very much.
You're doing a good job, brother. Thanks, brother.
You try the vegan alternatives for the dairy products instead of the milk from the cows that get slaughtered. Instead of the eggs, try the plant-based.
Excellent.
You know.
I really love you guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks, brother. Love you too, mate. It's got to been a few hundred people come past already. It's like they're in a vortex of vegan activists and they have to walk through it. Like there's only one way and it's through us. You're either getting a pamphlet or getting a face full of slaughterhouse footage. What do they do worse than stab people than stab animals in the throat for a burger?
What are they doing in China, man? I'm a vegetarian. Don't start.
They murder animals for dairy too, you know that,
Yeah,
eh?
well, they murder. They fucking put people in camps, bro.
What, here in Australia?
No, in China.
No, I'm talking about here in Australia. There's slaughterhouses for animals, not for humans.
I know, man, but
So,
like,
so
there's a
you
lot
tell
of
me it's
shit.
worth?
There's a lot of better activism to do.
Why?
Why?
You got rights here?
What about people?
You've got rights here. Do animals have rights here?
Look, listen, man. I don't eat animals. I don't
You
eat
eat
animal
you eat
products.
animal products. They get exploited and killed for dairy and eggs too.
Oh, man, I don't drink milk either, bro. I'm basically a vegan.
You're basically a vegan.
Yeah,
Okay, then why do you oppose us speaking up for the animals?
I don't.
Then why are you opposing? Why are you going? Oh, I should speak up for humans first, like
Yeah,
before animals.
because
Humans got
suffer
rights here.
as well. Yeah, they
Humans,
have rights
are you suffering? You suffering here?
I'm always suffering.
You're looked after.
Always suffering. No, it doesn't.
If he was on a slaughterhouse truck, I'd be speaking up for him as well. Like when people say they're vegetarian, sometimes I don't really feel that they're being honest, usually. But they could be. They could well and truly be a vegetarian. Sometimes I feel like it's just a way of like avoiding the chat about animal rights. But obviously, vegetarians sometimes feel they're in this comfort zone of they're doing enough. So then when we start pointing out the eggs and the dairy that they're still attached to, they have the exact same defensive response as someone who doesn't want to let go of meat. Sometimes vegetarians are actually harder because they're in more of a comfort zone. They feel like, you know, leave me alone, at least I'm doing this. But most of the horrific cruelty and violence and murder happens in the eggs and dairy industry anyway. It's just like, can't oppose one and not oppose the others, which makes no sense. Because all you're doing is you're displacing the flesh for eggs and dairy, which is a product of exactly the same thing in every way.
Is there someone who I can identify as the organizer?
Not really. Craig with the Sea Shepherd has the table, but there's actually it's not really like it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Was that the 5-day vigil?
No, I think I worked at some of the 5-day one, which was during the day.
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Was that, because I do recall at one point that was when the owner of that business started cooking a barbecue. Were you there on that?
I wasn't on there that day. I was on there the 4th or 5th day.
Okay.
Apparently a lot of policemen were affected by that day because they had to spend a lot of time at the slaughterhouse.
Oh, it might have been a different one. Certainly when I was there weren't any.
Do you mean affected as in seeing the pigs on the trucks?
Yeah, because they were there for like, a lot of the police were there for 5 days in a row, seeing 20 trucks full of pigs and smelling the feces and hearing the pigs screaming.
I don't being a game of cat and mouse as to which gate we brought them, which gate the trucks got brought in. As to whether
Have you seen from inside there?
Oh,
This is actually inside the chamber in Laverton.
yeah.
Have you seen that?
No interest in it.
No, really.
Jess.
I was wondering why you're not interested in seeing the pig slaughter if you eat them.
I'm not here to engage in a conversation about what you're protesting about. I'm here to make sure that...
I mean, like, in terms of like a consumer of pork products.
So again, we're going to go around in circles.
Yeah.
I'm not here to engage in a conversation about what you're protesting about.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not. So I won't engage in that conversation.
Yeah.
All right?
It's just interesting how you're not interested where the food comes from, though, if you're putting it in your mouth, you know what I mean? And I know you don't have to respond, but it's just, I'd be interested in where my food comes from.
This is the conversations that you're having with people and getting up in their face. And if they've said they don't want to engage with you about a conversation and you're still trying to force that conversation with people, that's when we might have issues with people here.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not forcing anything. No, it's just I was just wondering because some police do engage in it.
Well, I've already
Because it's just a personal idea of like.
No, so again,
Yeah.
it's going around in circles.
Like I'm not being aggressive or forcing anything. I just thought, you know,
No,
because you've
but-
been to the slaughterhouse before, and a lot of
this is
people,
again-
police were affected by
So
it.
again, we're going around in circles.
Yeah.
I told you I'm not going to engage in that
Yeah,
conversation.
okay.
I've got no interest
Well, we don't
in
have to,
having
yeah.
that conversation.
No, just checking. Just I was just double checking.
And triple checking and quadruple checking and however many times you want to.
Because sometimes they do twice and then they go, oh yeah, actually, you know.
Yeah.
So no hard feelings, Matt. I was just
No, that's all right.
giving it a try. And look,
I understand that you are here and you've got, you have an interest in whatever the topic is specifically.
animals being murdered for food, yeah. Horrible.
That's your thing. That's entirely your right to be here protesting about that.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that I'm aggressive protester right now or in your
I
face.
haven't
I'm
said
just having a
you-
discussion.
But if people don't want to engage with you,
They can walk away and we'll just say, no, thank you, mate. See you later. And I'll go, okay, no worries. Yeah.
but then you're not willing. What I'm saying is you're not willing to respect them saying they have to walk away from you. Is that the way that
Well,
has to
I'm
go?
only standing here and they're walking past. So I'm not going to
no.
chase them down the road or anything, you know. Then there'll be harassment or something like that.
No, but that's where I'm going with you. Just keep asking the same question. I get concerned if people are ringing up 000 when I'm not here, saying that people are getting up in their faces. There's a police station that is quite literally 200 metres up that way. So there's people that are on their way to and from home, markets and things that will.
We could say, hey, there's some animals being abused down the road at Laverton. Can you help us out?
Well, you can if you want. You can ring 000 with that job if that's what you want to do.
No, I wouldn't. It's all legally sanctioned, isn't it? So you'd be on the team of you'd just be doing your job protecting the corporation like you have to. So you wouldn't have any personal power over that. So but yeah, it's kind of upsetting that, you know, pigs suffer and die in a gas chamber and we're getting policed about talking to people about it, but we're not really committing the violence, you know, we're just trying to talk to people about it.
As I said, you've got your opinions on the matter. I'm not going to engage in it.
Nah, I understand. Yeah. He was interested, he just didn't want to engage.
Yeah, points at him.
Maybe, you know what I reckon? Usually police officers will at least watch it. I think that he was too, emotional to watch it. Or he didn't want to become emotional. He seemed like a guy who really has this real big shield over him. And he's like this peppy, positive attitude, but then confronting with something like that, I don't think he would do very well, confronting his emotion like that. I have an agenda.
No, you're not trying to offend me. What you're trying to do is engage people with a conversation.
Yeah,
I understand.
I'm really interested in your perspective, that's all.
I know. As I've explained.
I know. I've heard it multiple times.
Yeah, no, that's right. How long does your screen last for?
3 hours. So,
Okay.
so we might, I think they said about an hour left.
Yeah. No, I was just intrigued
Yeah.
really from the.
How long does your screen last? 3?
Got a good battery on it.
What is it like a caravan one that runs off at 12 volt?
Create
We
trouble.
respect your right to protest.
Ah, appreciate that. It's good living in a democracy. That's
It certainly is. That's the joys of it.
yeah.
Enjoy your afternoon.
You too.
Right.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. See you
Cheers.
later.
But you know what I found funny is that he would ask us technical things about the TV, which is engaging,
Yeah.
all right? But he won't engage in the topic of the animals on the screen, but he'll engage in the screen, which is interesting because he was engaging, so he contradicts himself there. Either don't engage at all, but he's picking and choosing what he will
Yeah.
engage in.
True,
So,
true.
however someone reacts, you cannot dictate what they're going to do in the coming months, you know? I think a reaction is better than no reaction, for sure. A positive reaction doesn't even mean they're going to change. Yeah, they could just be telling you what you want to hear. It's really hard to gauge, but stopping and having a debate usually is a good sign because we win the debate.